a place where I have been trying to reach these people for a long time. So I am setting up. No, baby. You get back in that car. Yes, you do. You cannot come. No, you get back in there, silly thing. Here, would you like to look this up? Have you ever heard of this before?
No.
Okay, this is a flat earth. We think that the government, well, we know the government is lying to us about this, and they're teaching it in the schools. There's some good information you can look up.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'll do that.
I can tell you all about it in about 30 seconds. Do you have 30 seconds?
Sure.
Okay. This is the flat earth map.
Yeah.
North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge. All these government organizations use the flat earth map, but they leave off Antarctica. I don't think they want you to know that it goes around the outside edge.
Oh.
Okay. Now, if there is a sphere like this, okay, for how far out and how far down it goes, there has to be a mathematical formula. Okay, so here's the formula. 8 inches times a mile squared. That's our drop for how far down. So here's 60 miles across Lake Michigan. We should not be seeing Chicago. That should be 1,700 feet down. So none of those buildings should be visible from across Lake Michigan. So here's another. Oh, if it's a flat surface, you get a line. And everybody knows you see a sunset, you get the line.
Yeah.
Well, if it's on a curve, you only get a spot.
Well, why is the government doing this?
Well, why indeed? They are sun worshippers. That's part of it. The other thing is if they can fool us, they can rule us. You know they lie about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That's why we're here, right? I've come to these meetings a lot, but that's why. Do you like one of these, sir? Okay. You can look it up yourself.
Okay, thank you for the explanation.
Yeah, and if you look up these videos there, you can learn all about it. I can tell you in about 15, 30 seconds. You ever hear of this before? The flat earth? This is a flat earth map. North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge. And these government organizations use the flat Earth map, but they don't put on Antarctica. They don't want you to know that it goes all the way around. And here's the mathematical formula.
How are you?
I'm doing my free speech.
Yeah.
This is free speech, and I have documentation if you want to check it. But if there's a sphere, how far out you go, there has to be a mathematical formula that tells you how far down the drop is. So here we have Lake Michigan. 60 miles across, you should not see Chicago. It should be 1,700 feet down. All those buildings you should be looking through the water to see it. If it's on a flat surface, you'll get the line as a reflection. But if it's on a curved surface like this here, you'll just get a spot. So here's a reality. We're getting that line. It's flat. All the oceans are flat. Your glass of water's flat, your bathtub's flat, your swimming pool's flat, your lakes are flat, and the freaking oceans are flat. So why are the oceans curved and everything else is flat? No, they're not. We have star trails. These star positions have not changed since the beginning of time. Ships sail according to the stars. Look what NASA puts out. This is on their website. Same diameter, different sizes of the United States. And you go look on their website, that's what's there. Mm-hmm. When they're in the International Space Station, they're doing a spacewalk, they're in a swimming pool. We have something called bubbles in space, where the air bubble goes up the helmet of the astronaut. When they're inside the ISS, it's either in the vomit comet, which is that zero gravity plane, or they got harnesses and wires, and we have a lot of videos on that show those harnesses and wires.
Okay.
So, I mean, I have diamagnetism instead of gravity. I mean, there's a lot. All these things can be seen on this video, 200 Proofs. You look that up. You start with these videos on this thing here. Those are my 3 favorite videos.
All right.
You can have one of those and you can look it up yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you. I've been trying to talk to this group for more than a year, so I thought I'd come up. I thought that it started at 6:30. Is that right? Yeah.
Flat Earth.
Yeah, did you ever hear it?
Yeah, but that's ridiculous.
Is it? I'll tell you in 30 seconds what it's about.
Ma'am,
they said that they could actually...
You go to the shore? Where'd you go?
South Carolina.
Okay. How far can you see?
It's like 20 miles, isn't it?
Yeah? In 20 miles.
Does the ship fall off?
No. Do you have a zoom camera? They have the PX900 now. They can zoom in 85 miles.
Anyway, what's the shape of the Earth?
It's a flat plane. Yes, and Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge. All these world organizations use the flat Earth map.
The astronauts.
Yeah, we have bubbles in space. Air bubbles going up the helmet of the astronauts.
You know what?
You know what?
I'm
62, okay? I studied, my father was a math teacher, my son a physics major, and I studied all this stuff in school. I was taught the same stuff you were in the public fricking schools. So how come you're saying no? But I was there where you were. But then you know what happened? There's a change. I studied this and you didn't. So you're telling me no?
Ma'am,
when I studied this?
There was a guy in my class who said he didn't believe in the space program, the spacewalks. He said, oh, they're in water tanks and blah, blah, blah.
Like here.
Yeah, well guess what? He was a big marijuana smoker.
I don't touch alcohol or cigarettes or any kind of drugs.
He barely had his mind focused in
Really?
class.
Yeah? So you're putting fluoride in your body. And you think you're smart?
We're putting a lot of stuff in our bodies.
Yeah.
But I don't think this watches with science.
Oh, it does. See, you don't think because you never studied it. You never looked into any of it.
I'm a Christian and I believe in...
I'm a born-again Christian.
I believe in creation science. And
No, you don't. Because this is creation. Right here. The flat plane with Antarctica, and there's a crystalline dome over the top. You know how we know the crystalline dome is there? The firmament? You ever hear the firmament?
Yes.
Okay.
The atmosphere.
You look up lightning sprites, like the soft drink, S-P-R-I-T-E-S, lightning sprites. Okay. They come off of the dome. And you can't have a rainbow without the dome. We've had experiments on that. You have to have the reflection of the dome.
So how thick is the earth if it's a flat plane?
I don't know. I've never been there. We dug a hole 8 miles down, and that's as far as we know. You want me to tell you what's like beyond the edge, beyond Antarctica? I don't know. I've never been there. You mean tell you what's at the North Pole? I've never been there either.
It's going. It's not a...
No, this theory, no. You know what the
Answers in
theory is?
Answers in
Helios, yeah, I've been to Answers in Genesis.
Well,
oh, is that what you're...
They say?
Yeah,
do they say?
No, I don't care what they say. I'm going off science. What science says...
They're creation
Science says there has to be a formula for how far out you go and how far down it drops. That's what science
So what are you
says.
saying? This is a lie right here?
Yes, it is. I'm only using this for demonstration purposes. See? You go out a distance, then it has to drop down. Is that correct? There has to be a math formula for that. Is that correct?
I'm not good at math, but...
Okay, but there has to be a formula. Spherical geometry says there has to be a formula.
Oh, yeah, there would be, sure.
Okay. Based on a 24,901 mile equator,
Right.
we came up with this formula. 8 inches times the miles squared. So when I'm in Atlantic City, I should not see Wildwood 32 miles away. And I can. I've been there. 3 times we took these banners down there, and we're teaching people.
And that's your proof that you can see Wildwood from AC?
No, we have a whole lot more. We have a whole lot more. Like this one, you can see Chicago right here, 60 miles across Lake Michigan. How does that happen? You put your faith in NASA? NASA uses green screens? You gotta look into it.
I don't put my faith in NASA.
Well, NASA is right next to Hollywood. They are putting out propaganda, and they get $52 million a day.
I'm not...
Do you ever watch one of their launches? Look, they launch a rocket, it goes up, and then it curves, and then it disappears.
Yeah.
And you know what's right out here? Bermuda Triangle. You know why they tell us it's a mysterious, scary place? They don't want us to go there and see all the rockets at the bottom of the ocean.
No, it's coral formations that it's shallow water, and that's why ships run aground.
That's what they tell you.
I've
also heard that the gases that come up will swallow a boat because of the bubbles. Now that is true, but there, I don't know. I don't think so.
Man, I think there's a theory for it.
I've been studying this 2.5 years, and you come out of here, out of this building, and you're telling me I'm nut. 2.5 years I've been studying this.
Very long.
Oh, no?
That's not very long.
Really? I'm pretty smart.
Well, that's not very
I have a
long.
college degree in finance.
Well, I have a college degree.
What is this here?
This is the flat Earth, and I can tell you about it in about 30 seconds.
Okay. Do you have permission to put this here?
Yes, I do. It's called my First Amendment rights, and I have papers in the car that'll tell you that.
But we are on private property now.
Oh, that doesn't matter.
Yes,
This
it
is
does.
called a public square.
I have
You know what?
Okay, no.
You call the police then.
I'm not calling the police. I'm calling the owner. I want to make sure that we're okay. I have no problem.
Wherever there's a public square,
Okay,
that's where I'm allowed to be.
I will check.
Yeah, and I'll go get my papers. Wow. 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 Here, Mom. I'm trying to just tell him some information, Mom, that's all. Here, get out your sandwich, and I got you a tea. I had this feeling that they would call the cops or whatever. Baby. Here, read the bottom one. These are all my rights under the First Amendment. Read the bottom one.
Yeah.
That defines the public space. Hi there.
I don't.
Here, you can look this up on your own.
Okay.
It's the research to flat Earth.
Dispute it, ma'am.
No,
I'm not disputing it.
Okay. You know what? I really think it's funny because this is a Patriot group. They should be
Yeah.
defending freedom of speech. And look at him. The coward called him. Called up. He's.
Do you believe in the spaceship moon?
Spaceship Moon?
Yes, that it's a spaceship.
Okay, I do not think that the moon is a terra firma. You want to look this up yourself?
Okay, thank you.
I think the moon is kind of like a filament. You can see through the moon. In the daytime, it's blue. Here, so you can look it up yourself.
Okay, thank you.
In the daytime, it's blue, and they have seen stars through it. And at nighttime, you know, the black part, you can see through it.
Is that, I don't know, like a distortion from the atmosphere or something?
Well, they'll tell you anything so you don't find out the truth. You can look this up yourself.
Doing here. Thank you.
Well, you can look it up later.
Yeah.
Here you go, sir. You can look that up later.
Okay.
Or you can listen. I'll give you my 30-second speech.
What do you know about the Nazis in Antarctica?
I know they had a base down there, didn't they? Yeah, and do you
I
know...
think World War II was all about that.
Do you know
Their
John
technology.
Kerry recently, like within the last year, he went down there, and they're having religious ceremonies down there for some reason. What is that all about? So there's something going
Obama
on
went
there.
down there.
There's something going on there, and we got to know what it is, because they're doing something.
Right.
And there's no reason that they should keep anything from us. We do not have any world enemies. Ever since the late, like 59, when they signed the Antarctic Treaty, 53 countries signed on to that.
Right.
We have had no world enemies since then. They all decided to work together. And so when we say, oh, Russia, like we're supposed to be afraid, they're not an enemy. They're working with us. Even Korea is on top of this.
Right.
Korea is even on. I mean,
Yeah, they
here,
don't-
stick
they
this in
don't-
your pocket.
I have one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Here, you can
about-
look this up yourself.
And what is this?
This is the flat Earth, and this is a scientific evidence for that. If you've never heard of it, you should really just look into it. On the bottom there, you'll see where it says videos. You can watch a couple of my favorite videos and check it out yourself. All the kids know about it. It's on all over the
Well, I'm
internet.
sure the kids do.
Yeah, it's all over the internet.
Okay.
I've been studying it 2.5 years.
Okay, great. Thanks.
You're welcome. Here you go, sir. You can look that up.
How about Admiral Byrd's
Well,
that he
yeah, he went down there, and that's when they signed the treaty right after his explorations were done. And he lost a lot of planes because they kept crashing into something they couldn't see. That's the firmament. That's the dome. There actually is a dome.
Yeah.
And, you know, you look at lightning sprites, they come off the dome.
Van Allen radiation.
That's what they call it. They don't want you to know there's a dome, so they call it the Van Allen radiation belts.
Because we never went to the moon either.
No, we didn't. No, we did not. And
It's all a big scam.
ever since last year, I've been trying to get in here and tell this group and give a little presentation. They didn't want anything to do with it. But they have to know. So I decided I'm coming up here.
And if you look at the air flights, the flight zone.
Yeah, I have something on that.
They
I did on my other...
They don't make sense. If you map
Right.
it on a globe, it doesn't
Anything-
make sense. But if you map it on a flat Earth,
Anything
everything is
below
straight
the
line.
equator always has to go above the equator. Yep. I'm
Then they're
surprised.
Then they're saying that we're actually the southern hemisphere. In the northern hemisphere, the southern is actually northern, and northern is actually the southern, because when they did the map or the globe, it was a mind control thing where we wanted to be on the top.
I know that they changed the size of the continents.
Okay, here's what it is.
Okay.
First of all, I spoke with the owner. We rented this space.
Yes, you did.
We control this. It is private property. However, what I'm willing to do, I don't need to see anything. What I'm willing to do.
This is about the First Amendment.
No, I know.
These are the court cases.
Listen to me. You're on private property. What I'm willing to do, if you move your sign over to here, okay? I'm gonna help you.
No. Well, why is that? I'm not obstructing anybody here.
No,
See,
okay, look.
you know what?
We don't want to call the police, okay?
You know what? And I'm going to show them this.
No, that's fine. We're trying to be.
Don't obstruct me.
Okay.
Do not
Are
obstruct
you going to
it.
go over here or not?
No, I don't think I am.
Okay, then we will call the police.
All right, then you go ahead. Hey, sir, you can look this up. You can look this up on your own. You can look this up on your own. See? You wanted me to move. I'm not obstructing anything. He wanted me to move over there. He's calling the police right now. A Patriot group. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you think that it's like constructed from like an alien nature?
I don't know that. I know that what says in the Bible, I think is pretty true. Here you go, sir. You can look this up yourself.
All right. I think.
Well, see, the government wants us to believe it's aliens and stuff, I think, because I think they want to have something like an alien invasion.
Well, that.
And then that's how they're going to bring in the New World Order. You heard of that, right?
Yeah.
That's what I think this is about, bringing in the New World Order.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe.
I understand you were asked to move.
I am not obstructing anyone. Here, sir, you can look this up yourself.
Property. We take.
Yeah, we pay a rental fee, and before I call the police, I just want to make sure.
Before you call the police, I would like you to read the last one. These are all the court cases belonging to First Amendment rights. You have to look that up. You have to look at it. Read the bottom one, number 13. If you guys don't figure this out, they are lying to us about everything. Everything. The medical system, everything. Vaccines are all lies. They are doing chemtrails above our heads, spraying us with chemicals.
Well, we probably believe all that stuff.
No, you don't. You don't know anything about this. And I've been trying it for a year to come in here and talk to you people and tell you this. I've been to these meetings at least 6 times. But I studied this and I know it. And now you guys are saying, oh, can't do that, can't do that. Why is that? Why? Tell me why that is. You call the police. I'll tell them the same thing. You're not even going to read it because you don't want to know because you're what?
Well, no,
why is that? Why is that? You're a Patriot group? Yeah, you're a Patriot leader. Why? You want to be total in line with the political parties.
No, no.
Yes, you do.
Absolutely not.
Yes, you do. You're playing politics.
That's what I'm saying. We probably believe, but...
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Hello?
This is Tom Gross up at the Fort Morgan Mall. We have someone outside handing out pamphlets and we pay to rent this space.
Did I give you one of these?
That was in my back pocket.
Good job. Good job.
Yes. Well, no, the big How you doing? All right, you?
Hi, sir. You can look this up on your own time, or I can tell you about this. It's called the flat Earth. There's scientific evidence that we live on a flat plane and it's not a round ball like this.
Well,
yeah.
Well, somebody's bullshitting us somewhere.
Yes, that's true. So you have to look it up yourself. But you know what? Your bathtub is level. The lakes are level. So how come the oceans are curved? They're not. The oceans are level too.
Well, you can see so far out.
Yeah, and now you got, you can't see. You can't see because you can't even see that sign in there. Our eyes can only see so far, sir.
I'm only kidding you.
Yeah, but we have cameras now who can bring those ships right back into focus.
Yeah.
Zoom cameras. So that's how we're figuring these things out, and it's making us mad.
Yeah.
So we got to tell everybody. That's what I'm doing here.
Yeah. Okay. I'll check it out.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. Have a good day.
You too. Don't ever call yourself a patriot if you're going to squelch the truth. Here, all you have to do is take this card because I probably won't be here.
All right.
Thank you, sir. I'm ashamed of you, really. I'm ashamed of you. This is about truth. You know nothing about it. What, are you a Freemason? Is that what the deal is? You're going on with these secrets and secrets and secrets? You can look this up. Did you get one?
I got one inside.
Okay, you can have another one.
I'd still like to know how you could explain this one to me, though. Being
In 30 seconds.
I was a
okay?
science major.
Good, 30 seconds. Then look at this. If there's a ball, there has to be a curvature formula. Spherical geometry says forever how far out it has to drop.
Exactly.
You have to have a formula, right? Okay.
Great.
Here's the formula on it based on a 24,901 equator.
So
Okay.
what you're saying
Yes, sir.
is the Earth is flat?
Absolutely it is.
Oh, jeez.
Absolutely it is.
Well, if
Now
the
this,
Earth
I'm
is
talking
flat-
to this science guy. I'm not talking to a non-patriot you. I'm
I-
talking to the science guy.
I have
I
a
don't want to
science
hear
degree,
you.
4-year
Yeah.
college degree.
Yeah.
But
My
if the
dad
Earth
was a
is
math
flat-
teacher and my son was a physics major, so don't give me any garbage.
Why can't I see California from here, though?
Well, can you read that sign in there?
Where's the edge?
Can you read that sign in there? No, you can't. Our eyes are limited. Okay?
Oh, jeez, the old eye trick.
So here's the flat Earth map. And this is in the Boston Library. This is where we got it. North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge. All these world organizations use the flat Earth map, but they leave off Antarctica. I don't think they want you to know that it goes around the outside edge. Now, we already found out that you have to have a formula for spherical
I know
geometry.
this, but I don't have too much on here because I'm responsible for being inside here.
Here's Chicago across 60 miles of Lake Michigan. All these numbered blocks are on the video down here at the bottom. You put this word in there and you'll see my 3 favorite videos.
Okay, I'll do that.
And this one is the 200 proofs down there at the bottom. And all these numbers correspond with that.
I have one question and one question only.
All right.
Even if the Earth was flat,
Okay.
even if it is, or even if it's round,
What difference does it
Does it
make?
make affect any of our
The
lives?
government lies to us and you're saying what difference does it make?
No, but does it affect
I'm
you or
ashamed
me?
of you. You're a patriot?
No, does it affect you or me?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. There's a dome above us. This Earth was created. You know what? If that spinning ball goes down the toilet, you know what else goes with it? Evolution. Evolution is the basis.
I will research it. We'll
Evolution
talk again.
is the basis of their putting us in cages. Hi, sir. You can look this up at home. You can take this card and look it up.
What will I look up?
Well, you'll find out when you look it up.
What will I find out?
Would you like one? That the Earth is really a flat plane and not a spinning ball. And we have proof of that. We have proof of that. Your bathtub is flat water, your swimming pool, the lakes, but not the oceans. I know there's a lake.
They're not flat.
The oceans are flat.
The bathtub is flat.
Oh, stop it. The water in it.
Did you measure one end to the other end?
Yes, sir. No, there isn't. Only when you get in there.
I couldn't make it on Sunday, and then I heard today when I was at Sheriff Weekend's breakfast, I heard how good it was, and then I had to see it. So I'm going to ask Charlie Gilbert how I can get a copy of it or something like that. The enemy within. He showed the enemy within at the Oath Keepers meeting, and everybody today was talking about it at Sheriff Weekend's. They said it was excellent.
With his name on it.
So I want to. I definitely got to see it.
My phone, my battery was I gotta plug it in.
Oh, did you?
Well, I should have plugged it in
Maybe
today.
it's Charlie.
Would you like a card? You can take it home and look it up. How's that? It's a nice card. Good information.
They gave me all kinds of stuff. I had 30-some signs. I put them all out of it. And then I have another guy, a hot place up there where Loves is. All that traffic in and out of there. They're going to get me a 4x4 sign I'm going to put up out there. And then I'm going to that sign. And I'm going to put a big one, and I'm going to put another one of Walker, another one of Lucanetti. You don't know I need to run. I got another place. Well, okay, all right. Okay, take care. Thanks.
Okay.
I'll check on that and get you something.
Yeah, would probably know.
Yeah, I know he wasn't feeling too good. I just hear from the emails and stuff. Talk to him.
Yeah.
Air.
What
Not
happened?
you.
We're in a small room.
There's another event. We got bumped up. Yep, the humidity's not too bad, and temperature's good. And
This is a hair chilly for motorcycle riding weather.
you think?
Just a hair. I like to ride in a t-shirt.
So when you're going on a highway, it's just a little chilly.
Well, I like it cool. When it comes to my house.
Here, would you like to look this up when you get home? Some good information.
I think it's going okay. I guess Tom's not showing up, I'm told. Just his people are. We'll see what happens.
Good luck.
Getting good responses from the people's doors I'm knocking on. And then I have people that don't even want to hear what they have to say. What party are you? I don't even want to talk to you.
They're sheep. Sheep being led to the slaughter. Yep.
Depending on where you're at, like I live in Muhlenberg, and you're probably about 75% Democrat. And
that's my whole district.
Yeah.
That's my whole district. And they say, oh, it's a fair split. No, it's not.
Oh, you can look up the voter registration and see what it is.
Well, they don't update it properly. You know how many houses I go to that are vacant, moved, are not living there anymore?
Gave you the list.
Harrisburg, yeah, and it's just not. All the ones that aren't there are all yours.
Yeah.
Like Penhurst, it's primarily Democrat. City of Reading.
Oh, Reading is 90%.
You can look this up when you go home.
So I sit there and I have one lady and we're talking. We're getting along great. And she said, oh, by the way, what party are you guys? We just stood here for 10-15 minutes and had a great conversation. Everything I said, you're right on board with. You're right with me.
Hi, I'm just telling everybody about the flat earth. And there's scientific evidence that they're lying to us about it. No, I'm not. I've been studying it 2.5 years. Oh, it is. Your bathtub is flat, the swimming pool's flat, the lakes are flat, why not the oceans? The oceans are flat.
Tell your friends.
Yep, this is the flat earth map. This was in the Boston Library. North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes all the way around. That's what's holding in the oceans.
Oh my.
You watch that video on that card, you'll see.
Okay.
NASA's lying to us. We never went to the moon either. Nope. We didn't go there.
That is equal for everyone. Now, Trish Wirtz is running against Jim Cox. Jim Cox is a really nice guy. Trish Wirtz is a really nice woman. Her and I are on the same page. Jim and I are on the same page. I put my wallet over on the back doors. Jim's in there. And everybody likes it.
Hi, you can look this up when you go home.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You gotta go out and see people. We spent a couple weeks at a beach house in Outer Banks.
I read somewhere
instead of campaign.
You gotta see the whether it's failing or whatever they see you on TV or radio. 3 times is a good number. If you don't hit them 3 times.
Remember. When you get your name in their head, they oh. I mean, I go to the door. If they're there, that's great. Get a little handout. If they're not there, I leave a handout on the ones that go to vote. They get a mailing in the mail later. Got my signs out there. As soon as October hits, they're really coming out.
Yeah.
I know, you think about it and then you say, I got another question.
No, I've been studying this for years.
Have you?
Yeah.
You heard about the flat earth then? I mean, you looked into the flat earth?
Oh, I'm a believer.
All right.
The moon, or the sun's only like 8,000 miles away.
I think it's a lot closer because of crepuscular rays.
Yeah,
I think it's a lot closer.
Plus, this flat Earth map has it in it. It's like
Yeah, over here there's a Tropic of Cancer up here, equator, and then there's Capricorn. That's a lot bigger. And you know, they say people in Australia will tell you, you can stand there and watch the sun move. It goes so fast. It actually changes speeds. It goes a lot faster. It's like a ball on the end of a string. The longer the string, the faster that ball has to go. So there's a lot to this, and it's all. How come we don't weigh less at the equator? If this is spinning 1,000 miles an hour,
why doesn't the water fly off the Earth?
they'll tell you gravity. Gravity, nah. Is gravity selective? So there's more gravity around the equator than there is up here? How does that work? I mean, they're just, see, we never think about this because when we're first taught this spinning ball, we're 5 years old, and we don't object or confront authority. There you go, sir. You can look this up when you go home.
I want to know how come a level, you take a level and you stick it on a ball and move around a ball, how come it goes from a level to a bob, but yet you go around the Earth and a level works?
Same thing with a gyroscope in a plane. Same thing. Yep. And they've just been lying to us. It just makes me so mad that they're lying to kids. That's child abuse. Lying to children is child abuse. I feel abused. Here, you can look this up when you go home. A lot of good information. But, you know, look, the star trails. That's how ships have been sailing for thousands of years. I mean, ever since we can remember. Jesus' time, they used the stars. I mean, holy cow. And then this is what they want us to believe, this guy. The blue spirals. You think you'd ever see something like this with the blue spiral model? That's just nutty. But see, we never think of this. We never really sat down and thought. We just accepted the reality from which we were presented.
Right.
And
because if you didn't,
then we wouldn't get good grades, and then we wouldn't get a good job, right? That's all propaganda too. A lot of people are very happy not getting these degrees in colleges and stuff. I had a woman she's a physics major. Hi, sir. You can look this up. A physics major. She had a master's in physics. She told me the Pacific Ocean was higher than the Atlantic Ocean. Can you imagine that? I'm there. Are you kidding me? I said, you go in the Panama Canal, you're going up. You go across a lake, but then you go back down. She couldn't get that. And I took her through, this is up in Jim Thorpe, and I have a YouTube channel called Maryland Spirit Level, that you brought that up. And it's Jim Thorpe #2, and you can see the conversation I had with this woman and her family. I said, if you believe in this spinning ball, you figure out what the curvature formula is, you go find evidence for that, and you teach your own children. She had 2 girls there. She couldn't get this through her head. I'm there, you got to think about it, think. But people are so stuck. I got this piece of paper that says I'm smart, right? Yeah. And then they don't think they can be questioned. It's just, I know how corrupt our government is. So this was like, you know, it took me...
Not really. They're way more corrupt than you can even imagine.
Well, I know a federal judge, they took something out of my deposition, and a federal judge says, well, you should have noticed that 30 days after you gave it. What? How could I know something that they took out? How could I realize that? It was a 5.5-hour deposition. Don't tell me that. He's just protecting his buddies.
Did you ever look into Nikolai Tesla?
Oh, yeah. He wanted to give the world free electricity, and they ruined him. He won the Niagara contract for putting up the power plant. So he had it all right. He had everything right, and they ruined him. There you go, sir. You can look this up yourself. My dad was in the Navy, flew off aircraft carriers. How are you?
I'm fine. Yourself?
You have any questions? You know what this is?
Do I know? Well, if I don't know, this guy will tell me.
He does. He knows a lot.
Yes.
He knows a lot. And I'd love to come and talk to your group sometime. I've been trying for a year now to come talk to this group and tell them some of this. They don't want anything to do with it.
Admiral Byrd interview from 43.
On Longines?
I'm just wondering how all these Navy guys can sail around the world and end up in the same place.
It's easy. It's called circumnavigation. You just go in a freaking circle. You don't have to. This is, you know what this is? Circumnavigation. It's still a circle.
Well, you just said, you said it's flat.
It's a circle. Yes, it's a circle.
Like a plate.
Circle. Yeah. Like a dinner plate. Circle. Yeah, circumnavigate.
What's on the bottom of the plate?
I don't know. I've never been there. Have you?
Apparently, like an endless supply of oil because they haven't run out yet.
That's right. That's right. And you know what they did to raise the price? They had to fool us until it was limited supplies. So that's what they tell us, a lie, and then they can raise the price.
Here's my question. That's what's happening in Venezuela.
They lie.
Even talking about this hypothesis, how is it relative? I mean,
really?
my life here on Earth.
Really? Yeah. So lies don't matter to you. It's okay the government lies to you. Is that okay with you?
We all lie.
Really? I'm done with you. No, you're not even... you can look this up at home. You don't have to talk to me if you don't want. You don't care about lies? First off, you're not a Christian. Because the first premise of Christianity is...
I am not a Christian.
Okay.
That's a fact.
Okay, good. But Christianity says you have to worship truth. Jesus is truth. Equation sign there. So if you don't care about truth, I don't have time for you.
I just try to have enough wisdom to separate truth from fiction.
If you don't have truth, you don't have any wisdom.
Can I quote you on that?
Yes, you may. And you can look this up when you go home. Or you can ask me a question if you have something. The government is lying to us about the shape of our Earth. I am not kidding. I've been studying it 2.5 years.
Why are you trying to prove this? What's your point?
I'm not trying to prove anything.
What's your point?
I am here because I love humanity and I love all you guys enough to tell you the truth about what I've been studying.
Why is that important?
Why is it important? $52 million a day they get to give us propaganda. Here, sir, would you like one of these cards?
No, absolutely.
Okay.
Where are you from?
Where am I from? I've been to these meetings about half a dozen times over the years, but I'm about an hour south of here. I drove here just to come and tell you people this.
Wow, this is very cool.
It is very cool, and it's a very good study. It'll make you smarter just for looking into it. Even if you don't accept it right away, just looking into it will make you start to think. It'll keep you.
Handouts you have?
Yeah, but you know what? Down here at the bottom, go here.
Yeah.
Go here, and these 3 videos is where I started, and they're the most important videos, I think.
My name is Matt Polis, Matthew.
Hi, Matthew.
Your name is?
Marilyn.
Marilyn.
Yes. And I go around and I teach us. I've been to Times Square, New York with these banners. Wow. I've been to Ocean City 3 times. I have 6 guys that go down there with me. I've been to Point Pleasant, New Jersey, Jim Thorpe. I've been, here, you can look this up.
You've been places.
Yes, and I'm still going places. Because this is important. It's very important. Well, just look that up. That's okay. Just look it up. And then tell your group to have me come and speak to them. Because it's important. Thank you, sir. I usually have something to prop it up against, but... Okay. Oops, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
No, it's my fault.
You know, I'd like to get a picture. You know, I'm learning...
You certainly can get a picture.
I'm learning to... When I see something neat, I'm training myself to go for the camera, you know what I mean?
Yeah, do that. But you know what? I'm going to tell you something else.
What?
All these numbered blocks, you'll see on the video. You want me in the picture too?
If you don't mind.
Sure. All the numbered blocks are in the video, so you'll see them again. Okay, you don't have to memorize it.
Boy, this is really something. Incredible. Boggles your mind.
Studying this will keep you from getting dementia. Because it'll make your mind go crazy. With all the information. Lot of information to look into.
Are you going to be here for another 20 minutes?
I don't know. What time is it? I don't even know. I didn't bring my...
It's like 6:30.
Oh, is it? I was only going to be here like 10 minutes after 6:30. Here you go. You can look this up on your own. Thank you. Have a good meeting. I'm coming, Mom. 10 more minutes.
Obviously, it'd be better right here, but because of the time getting here. So send me, see how it works. Okay, good luck, man.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Are you behaving?
I'm not behaving. Here, take one of these.
Right? Yep.
And you can look into it.
Okay, Jane.
Marilyn.
Marilyn.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. Jane is from the other Liberty Group.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's right. I'm sorry I got your names.
No, I'm not offended at all.
Okay, Marilyn. Take care. Have a good night.
Yep.